This is Patty Dunn with All Done Designs. I want to show you some comparison to using two threads in one needle or one thread in one needle for decorative stitching. Because if you really want to beef up some of your decorative stitches and you're using just regular thread, this is a comparison. First of all, the first one does not have any stabilizer under it, as you can see. It's one thread, and do you see how it just buckles up the fabric? And so you do not get a true stitch. Even if you notice up here, this stitch right here is distorted in spots, and it does not distort if you have some stabilizer underneath. So use something that they normally use for embroidery. Now here is the comparison right here, and this is one thread, as you can see, and this is two threads, regular sewing thread, and do you see how much brighter and thicker that stitch is? And as you get up more into the other stitch, you can see the flower is thicker, and so is this one. You can see a little bit of black coming through, and this is the one thing that I like to use when I have a dark fabric underneath, because if you do two threads, you're going to end up seeing less of the background fabric. And so as you can see, even up here, it leaves a little bit to peek through. So this is what you would do with two threads. And this is just regular sewing thread. Now this one, I used two, not these two colors, because I'm going to show you that in a minute. I used two very close together colors of rayon thread. This is lighter thread, and so there's not as much thickness to it. So you can see there's a little bit of distance between these two. And then this one was two threads. One was a blue, one was a pink. I'm trying to get back so you don't get dizzy here as I pull it down. But you can see as you get in close, this is how it looks. You get a little bit of one color and a little bit of the other color. It's not consistent. It isn't twisted. So let me show you how I do the threading. I have this cool little gadget called the Color Go Round, and I will tell you where you can get that is Singer Sewing Center, the place where you can sew beautiful. And then you will go just straight down and thread just like you normally thread. So can you see the two threads coming through here? That's why I use two very contrasting colors. So you can see I went all the way down just like I normally do, and then I went into the needle. And just be careful if you're using the lightweight rayon thread that you don't let one go behind the needle, because sometimes it's hard to do to thread those together. So just make sure they go in the same needle. You can take a little bit larger needle if you want to, but it doesn't have to be. And so then you just start out. Woo. Are you dizzy yet? And so then you just start out with both of those threads underneath the presser foot, and you just go. And as you stitch, you can see it stitches nice and smoothly. Sometimes you can take your tension down just a little bit because it's a little thicker than regular thread. I'm going to pop over here to this one. But you can see that it works really nicely. And here's a pretty cool color with the two. One's pink, the other one is blue. And it's just given a different look. And here's this one. Oh, let's do this one. This one is my little flower. I love my little flower stitch. And then this one is the pyramid stitch. Okay, so now let's take a look. see how pretty? This is really pretty with a little bit of purple coming through, a little bit of pink coming through. So you might get a real cool effect on this one if you're trying to do like a leaf look and you put a dark and a light green in. That would be really neat. So this is just a little tip from Patty Dunn. Hope you'll join me again.